There it is. Look at it. Look at it. That's official right there. That's a rule. Don't ignore injuries. Gym rules. It's official. And when first hearing that, don't ignore injuries, a lot of people would probably say, well, I don't really have any injuries to not ignore. And if you've been maintaining yourself by doing stretching and what we're going to be talking about today, foam rolling, then that very well might be true. You've been maintaining yourself. You've been doing the right thing. Or you were like me and you started doing it because you started getting injured and you were kind of forced to. The thing is, if you're not doing those kinds of things, you're on your way to injury. You're probably going to get injured sometime or another, especially if you're working out on a consistent basis, you're working out with a lot of intensity. Every time you're doing those workouts, your muscles are tightening up, right? So if you just do the workout and then leave, go home, eat dinner, whatever, while you're eating dinner, those muscles are tightening up and you don't really even notice it because it happens kind of slowly. And if that keeps building up, accumulating, you're going to hit injury. What a lot of people don't realize is that just spending 5 minutes a day on the foam roller is going to prevent weeks, months of injury. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it takes people actually hitting the injury point like I did to realize how important it is and how much relief you find on the other side of that. So today I'm going to make a video outlining the things that I really wish somebody would have told me when I first started all this and showed me how to foam roll, because I kind of just went in and did what everybody else did and just kind of, you know, sat on the floor and rolled out my hamstrings and talked to everybody. But a lot of people really aren't sure what they're doing. So I'm going to kind of give you some guidance and to, you know, help you maximize your time, get the most return of investment on, you know, your valuable minutes that you do spend on the foam roller. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so we're down here on the floor with the foam roller. Foam rolling 101. What we're basically trying to do is give ourselves a little bit of self-massage. Like I said, these muscles really tighten up, and whenever you really get on these spots that are kind of pissed off, you can really feel it. It's going to feel like a little bit of therapeutic discomfort, aka pain. The whole goal of this is to smooth out the muscles so that they just feel good, they're injury-free, and as Kelly Starrett says, you want them to be long and smooth like Dave Castro's hair. So if you've been in CrossFit for a while, you'll probably get that. If not, then don't worry about it. I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit and show you a couple examples of what I see and then how we could probably make it more effective. The first one is just rolling out the hamstrings. Most people just kind of get on here and then roll them out, right? This is a little bit better way because I got more weight supported on it, but even worse, sometimes people are just kind of lazy, let all the weight drop, and they're just like, you know, hey, what's up? You know, what'd you do over the weekend? And they just kind of hang out in this position for a little while. Why? Because it's comfortable and it's easy to do and you can sit upright. However, just rolling back and forth isn't really as effective as really getting some good tissue work in there, and rolling back and forth is probably better for just warming up the tissue. So I would say for the hamstring, other than just rolling back and forth, I really wouldn't perform hamstring work on the foam roller much at all, other than to warm it up. If I really wanted to get in there, I would sit on a box or a chair or something, get a ball in there, tack it, and then move it. We're going to go into tack and move techniques now, instead of just rolling back and forth on it. So right now I'm going to use the calf for an example. If people are rolling out their calves, let's say we did a jumping workout, right? We just did Annie again for like the 5th time in 5 months. And, you know, our calves might be kind of sore, or if we do a lot of jumping, a lot of people just end up rolling back and forth, and that's it. You know, or, you know, they'll put the other foot down, really not put much pressure on it. However, what's going to be more effective with any muscle here that we use for the foam roller is going to be to pin it down and move it. This has several different names. I've heard it called pin and stretch, tack and move, tack and stretch, or active release technique. Either way, this stuff's really effective. It's going to turn a 2-minute foam rolling session into a much more effective session than, you know, a 10-minute session where you're just rolling back and forth and doing nothing other than that. Rolling back and forth isn't going to do nearly as much as tacking this thing down, for example, the calf, putting some pressure on it, and then using that muscle that's tacked down. So if I got the calf, I'm going to dorsiflex, plantar flex, or I'm just going to simply do some ankle circles, right? And that's going to be a lot more effective. I can kind of go down, hunt around. There's going to be tight spots on everybody, different from everyone else, right? So, and also knowing just a little bit of anatomy, right? There's a couple of heads of the gastrocs here. I know that I'm kind of, you know, I'm going to have these tight spots along two lines of the muscle here. Either way, it doesn't matter. You don't have to know anatomy perfectly. Roll around on this thing, warm it up a little bit for, you know, a good minute or so. After it's nice and warm, this is best to do after a workout, by the way. Then put as much weight as you can on it and move that muscle. Move that muscle. Do just a few rotations and then relax, right? I usually tell myself I'm just going to come up here, do 10 rotations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then just relax. Another good area to hit are the quads and the adductors. Quads and right, these are your quads here, and then adductors, the inner thigh. A lot of times I see a lot of people getting the barbell and just kind of putting it in there and rolling this thing around. And I really like that because you can get access to the adductors here, the inner thigh, you know, a lot better with a barbell because, you know, it's an easily manipulatable object that you can kind of just, and it already rolls on its own because it has a collar. However, I would challenge people to mix that in with some foam rolling as well. What's good is that, or if you're using the bar, kind of raise it up a little bit and do a tack and stretch. Do an active release technique. That is getting on this thing, then putting as much weight as you can on it. Of course, you know, we're rolling, we're warming it up a little bit. Once we find a tight spot, which, you know, I have a tight spot from here to here, most people do on the adductors. They're pretty tender. Put as much weight as you can and then move that sucker. Kick yourself in the butt, flex, or extend the knee, flex the knee, extend the knee, flex the knee. Really dig in there. You can do this with a rumble roller, a ball, pretty much anything, right? A wine bottle if you're at home, whatever. And the quads, kind of the same thing. So instead of just rolling around on the quads for 10 minutes, what I would rather do is just spend a couple minutes, right? Who likes spending 10 minutes just rolling around? I'd rather just simply spend a couple minutes warming this up for a minute and then finding my tight spots, putting all the weight that I can on this. So I'm lifting this other leg up in the air. So all I have is that one quad on the foam roller, and then extend, flex the knee, extend, flex the knee. Hunt around for my tight spots, right? This is also called informed freestyle because the tight spots on everybody are going to be a little bit different. And you can use this for most parts of the body, right? So the foam roller is best for these larger surface areas. You know, you can use, you know, for your lats, whatever it is. Whatever you're doing, get on there and move it around. Move the muscle of whatever it is that you're on. And the more it hurts, the more you're getting out of it. But it doesn't have to be extremely painful. Remember, just a few minutes a day is going to do wonders to prevent injury. Hopefully this helps you guys. If you got any questions, make sure to leave comments or just talk to one of the coaches. Take care.